Hello everyone, how are you all doing? I know it's been a very long time. You are all very happy to see me and I'm very happy to be back here working. And I just feel more connected if I'm speaking to you all on the camera. So the first thing first, I'm planning to make healthy khichdi in the afternoon, but for that I need to soak in millets before I get started. I'm planning to make a super healthy lunch, one pot lunch, which is going to be super helpful for all those who are working, and also it keeps it easier in the kitchen. Now, millets needs to be soaked for a very long time, at least for 4 to 6 hours is ideal, very good. Usually what I do, if I'm doing this in the morning, I soak it in overnight. But this is what I'm planning to do for lunch. So I'm soaking it in the morning. I'm having a very small cup measurement of 1 cup of little millet. This portion is just sufficient for me and Santosh. So it's 1 cup of little millet and 1 cup of moong dal. I'm giving it a good wash and then I'll soak it in water. I just give a good wash just once for the millet. I'm not going to measure in the water here. I'm just going to, just an eye measurement to soak in the dal and the millet so that it's sufficient. As it's khichdi takes in a lot more water. So there's no measurement as such. So yeah, this one done. I've always been doing voiceovers for my videos. So I'm kind of muddling up here and there, but I'm trying my best to do videos like this and see how you people like it. It's nice in warmer days here, so I thought this is the best time to soak in all kind of grains, dals and everything, and especially getting it sprouted. Now, a lot better if you eat it the first thing in the morning. How beautifully these are being sprouted. I mean, look at the size. Look at this. I mean, so beautiful. So if you can, please try and sprout them. Just use a muslin cloth that you have at home, tie it around nice and tight, and keep it in an airtight container. Now I have used my kitchen cabinets, one of the kitchen cabinets, that's where it's dark, so I have kept it here. For today's breakfast, I'm planning to make usli. Now I was planning to make some kind of salad with it. You can make so many variations with the sprouted chana. It's warm, but it's been raining, so I thought do the usli. It's going to be nice and warm and it'll be easier for me to eat. A teaspoon of oil, very little, quarter teaspoon of mustard seeds in it, half a green chili to this, a beautiful nice big string of curry leaves. We want the curry leaves to crunch in nicely, and then once it's done, I'm going to add in 2 fistful of sprouted chana. So this will give me a nice measurement as to how much we'll be eating in. So I have saved in another 2 handfuls here so that I can eat this tomorrow as well. I don't want to overeat because it's going to be difficult to digest. So just this much should be good enough for my breakfast. This is just 2 portions, so 1 handful for 1 person. Very little of water to this. A pinch of turmeric powder and salt to taste. A good amount of salt in the chana, once it's pressure cooked, will taste really nice. So yeah, this is set. So we'll wait for 1 whistle. In the meantime, it's a nice and refreshing feeling if you're having orange juice the first thing in the morning. Homemade, even better. So I have 2 large oranges that I'm going to roughly chop before I'm blend it into the mixie jar. Making orange juice is so easy at home that we just tend to bring the preserved packs from the supermarket. I've roughly chopped 2 large oranges that I'm going to add into the mixie jar along with some water, brown sugar, but this is entirely optional. Let's blend this now. Now the oranges that I had used, they didn't have any kind of seeds in them, small or big, any kind of seeds. So it made it a lot easy and straightforward. But if you're using oranges that have seeds in them, when you're blending them in the mixie jar, just blend it really quick and fast. You do not have to blend them for a long time, in which way the seeds will not be crushed. It's only the soft bit of the oranges will be crushed. The seeds will still remain intact and you can sieve it. Okay, if you blend it too much, then the seeds will get crushed as well, which will turn the orange juice bitter. And we don't want that to happen. Now I'm dividing this between me and Santosh into 2 equal portions. Two large oranges made For two people in two large glasses, fresh, healthy. It's so nice and refreshing. And when you make it fresh, you've got to drink it straight away. That's the whole idea. Especially orange juice, because it might turn bitter. Fresh made is good for you, good for health in every way. So let's just enjoy it. You know, when it's very warm days, lot of heat, bananas tend to become very soft and mushy. Nobody tends to eat it. Nobody wants to eat it. This is the best and the easiest way to finish off bananas for good. And also, you tend to eat something healthy for the day. We often think what to eat in the morning. So this is something that I would prefer eating most of the days. It's very soothing, very satisfying, and very filling as well at the same time. So we just roughly chop these bananas into chunks and get rid of the spots and the dark bits. That this is done, we take a spoon or a fork and then mush it up. A napkin underneath, it just gives a little grip so that the bowl doesn't move. And okay, so now that this is done, I have one ripened banana mashed and ready. 2 tablespoons of oats. And I'm going to dry roast them just for a couple of minutes until it's nice and warm. This recipe is quite soothing, satisfying, easy on tummy. It just feels so good to eat it the first thing in the morning. Fruits on its own have a lot of sweet content in them that you don't have to add in any more added on sugar or honey for this recipe. So once you add this banana, you've just got to keep stirring, keep moving. Now here comes my very favorite bit, is the cinnamon powder. Just sprinkle in a good amount of cinnamon powder. Trust me and believe me, when you do this recipe with just 3 ingredients is all that you will need. The house smells divine. It feels so good. Anybody, any nook and corner of the house will be like, you know, what have you made? That kind of a feeling. So it smells really good. Banana cinnamon porridge oats. Beautiful, cute little portion, but I am sure this is perfect enough because I have got other things as well. So the pressure is released from the cooker. Let me open up the pressure cooker now. Now to finish off this pressure cooked usli, I'm adding in a few drops of lime into this. Fresh coconut tasting really good for this recipe, and coriander leaves as well. Yummy looking delicious usli. You know, most of the temples in South India serve this kind of prasadam served, and I just love the prasadam food. It's just so good. Even it doesn't have any kind of masalas or anything. Makes one feel very happy and satisfied after eating this. So this is just the type of usli that you normally get in South Indian temples that I've made for today's breakfast. Is filled with protein, high in nutritious, and it was so simple and easy to make with very few ingredients. Didn't have to buy anything, just whatever was at home I could manage to do this. Perfect portion, just one portion of everything. Beautiful breakfast, and I'm really looking forward to sit down and enjoy it very peacefully to myself. Feels so good. It's just like eating a freshly made cookie, oat cookies. Just that taste is what I'm getting. When the salt is perfect in the usli, it just makes it taste so good. So make sure you add in the right amount of salt. And everything else is so simple, and you can easily eat the entire bowl without even, thinking about anything else. It's that good. Once I'm done with my breakfast, this is the time I just sit down and try to do editing, because that takes away a lot of time. Just straight away is the best way to clean and keep the kitchen nice and tidy and clean. So I just rinse it, keep it, stacking it in the dishwasher. Instagram reel, which looks just for 30 seconds or a minute, takes a lot of time for editing, you just need to keep cropping and take off the additional extra bits, and that takes away a lot of time. And speaking about YouTube videos, which are long length videos, if you're seeing a 20-minute a video that normally would have taken around 3 hours of whole on its own. So you've got to make sure you keep cutting and keep editing as much as you can to keep it nice and crisp. And I time it myself for an hour. I sit down, and then after an hour I stand up and then I do the editing, in which way it helps with the back and the posture and my hand as well. Many a times I get a lot of knots as well in my hands and my palm as well. So I make sure I work for an hour and then take a break, move around in the house, do some exercises, or set back the dishes from the dishwasher. Yeah, this is how I do. This is my normal daily routine with a video that is up to go live on Instagram. So I'm trying my best to finish that off. Struggle to make vadas with a hole in the center? Here is a simple trick to get it right. Tasting vadas are all ready. So this is how I do for my Instagrams, and I'm ready to post on Instagram. So make sure to check it out. It's been an hour now. I thought it's important for me to come in the kitchen and a very easy one pot lunch, which is going to be delicious and very satisfying as well at the same time. So for that, I've already soaked in the moong dal and millets as well. Make drumstick khichdi today are packed with goodness, and it comes in a very nice big bunch. I've already used half of it, and this is the half bag remaining. I'm going to use just another half of this. Now, speaking about drumstick leaves, this is how it looks. These are very tender, so you just need to pull them down. So hold it at the top and then just pull them like this, just like curry leaves. The way we do it for curry leaves, that's how you've got to do for these as well. These are quite soft and tender, the bunch that I've got. Santosh gets it from London. Whenever he goes to London, he gets it from East Ham, and we use it for many things. I thought I'm going to quickly show you all on how I can use it for one pot lunch today. For all those who are working, this is something most of you have been requesting me, so I thought let me show you on how you can incorporate leafy vegetables in a khichdi as well today. So I have got a bowl full of portion. I'm going to give it a good wash. Now I'm going to make this recipe in one pot in a pressure cooker. I've washed these leafy vegetables as well in water. Once they're pressure cooked, they're going to sog in and they're becoming soft as well. So I'm just going to lift them up from the water and keep it ready in a plate so that it's easier for me to place them together, sliding in faster. And I'm going to separate the millet from the water for now so that I can stir in the pressure cooker first and then add in the water. I'm going to separate the water here into this bowl. And I'm going to get rid of the moong dal water. It's just the dal that I'm going to use. The pressure cooker is nice and warm, so I'm going to add in a tablespoon of oil and a teaspoon of ghee, teaspoon of cumin seeds, jeera, 1 green chili, nice big onion which I have chopped lengthwise. Let's give it a good stir first. And now to this I'm going to add in a teaspoon of garlic and ginger paste. Turn aromatic for 1 minute. We saute this garlic and ginger paste until it smells really good. To this I'm going to add in washed and soaked moong dal. Millet as well, that was washed and soaked in water. So we're going to just add in all of it together at once. If I had to consider the chopping bit as well, together the whole recipe asks in just for 15 minutes of your time. Drumstick leaves as well. Just warm up the millets, moong dal and the leaves as well until it's nice and hot. Okay, so this is what makes it really flavorful, and little things, that's what makes cooking more tastier than compared to others who have cooked the same recipe with the same ingredients, same quantity, everything, but certain things will enhance the flavor of the dish. So you're going to warm this up nicely. Touch it, you should feel it's really nice and hot. Until then you just keep stirring it. Now it's really nice and warm. Now to this, I'm going to add in 1/8 teaspoon of turmeric powder, a teaspoon of garam masala, and salt to taste. Let's give it a mix first. First, let's add in the water from the millet, and then we'll add in extra water as well, okay? Now the measurement of the water, it's just eyeball measurement, honestly, until everything is soaked in water, is smooth, and to have that consistency, you don't want it to be thick and hard. So even if there's a little bit of an extra water, that's also fine. This is the level of the water. And yeah, that will be ready. And in the meantime, I'm going to stack up all the dishes from the dishwasher back into its place. Now, in between all this time, I try my best to fit in exercises as well at home. I have some gym equipments. The pressure needs to be released. Until then, I'm going to hop onto the treadmill at least for 10 to 15 minutes time. This way I can manage to do all that I can during the day. So important to get some fresh air, and when you do exercises, your body just turns out to be so warm, and that's when you can step out, because some days here it's so cold that you don't even feel like stepping out. And I think doing exercise is one of the best things, that you feel the need of having some fresh air after the exercise, and this is where you can breathe in some good air. The pressure is released, but definitely need to adjust the consistency of the water, because I really want it to be nice soupy texture. Yeah, so I have added in more water and I'm setting it to boil again. So this is the consistency that we are looking for. Now this is for Santosh. He's working upstairs. This will be something that he'll be really happy to have. Really nice. Really nice. Now for tonight's dinner, I'm planning to make some dal, tondekai palya and rice, and we're going to enjoy this on bale tele, which is something that we love to eat. So I've set the pressure cooker with tur dal, and parallelly I'm dry roasting handful of peanuts. As it's a very small portion, we don't want it to be too much. Now into the same kadai, I'm adding a tablespoon of oil, a teaspoon of mustard seeds, 1 green chili, 1 dry red chili, a string of kadi patta, curry leaves. And now I'm going to add in evi gourd. I've taken just 2 handful of evi gourd. I sprinkle in very little of salt, and then we'll cover this up so that it will tend to become soft fast. 1 medium-sized onion, because this takes less time to get cooked, so I'm adding it now. This is cooked. We'll wait for it to cool down completely, and then we're going to grind it into a chutney, and I'm going to quickly make a tadka dal now. Move this aside. Now to make tadka dal, I add in a teaspoon of ghee, homemade desi ghee, half a teaspoon of jeera. Jeeras are nicely sizzling in, so we're going to add in 2 green chilies, finely chopped garlic. I can smell it so good. Now to this, I'm going to add in very finely chopped onion, adding hing, asafoetida, 1 very small tomato, We'll wait for the tomatoes to soften up and then add in the tur dal. The tomatoes are softened. I'm going to add in the water first. Use the back of the ladle and then we're going to mush up the dal. It'll be really nice if you mush up the dal. It'll just be so smooth and just a nice feeling when you're eating the dal. I like to scoop out 1 cup of tur dal just for my baby because she likes to eat it just plain, adding in very little of salt, and then this is how she just loves, and it has a lot of protein in it and the best way to give this to your children. Let's add in this mushed tur dal. Adjusting the water consistency. A teaspoon of turmeric powder, 1/4 teaspoon of Kashmiri red chili powder, 1/2 teaspoon of dhania powder, coriander powder, and salt to taste. And then I finish it off by adding in coriander leaves to this. Now this is completely cooled down, so let's finish making this chutney. I'm going to add in the dry roasted peanuts. I've taken the skin from them. I've peeled off the skin, and handful of coriander leaves, just a tablespoon of fresh coconut, and I'm going to add in salt to taste. When you're grinding the chutney, just make sure it's not completely grinded like a smooth touch. We just want it to be nice and coarse. That's what makes it taste nice when you're eating it. So this is the texture. So it's not very smooth. It's coarse, right? So this is what we are looking for. This tastes actually so good. You can eat it with chapatis, on your toast. You can eat it with hot rice, ghee. I'm going to enjoy it with hot rice today. I like to eat it on my toast as well. It tastes really good. So you've got to try this chutney. These kind of chutneys are so wholesome and they're so good. I really hope you enjoyed watching today's video. This is something that I've done for the very first time, speaking on the camera, right in front of the camera. So just in case if I've muddled up or, kind of hesitancy, excuse me for this time. I think with the videos as I progress, I think I'll get a little bit more hang of it. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. See you all again soon in my next video. Take care. Bye-bye for now.